All right. So when you're using HL to prove triangles are congruent, by the way, what are the four ones that we learned to prove triangles are congruent? One's HL, what else? Side, side, side. Angle, 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 side. And side, angle, side. Okay, good. And then HL. So if we're going to use HL, you have to state and justify that the triangles are right triangles. So somewhere in there, you have to say there's a right angle, and then you have to say that makes it a right triangle. So if we know that there is one right angle, we can state that the triangle is right, and we justify it with definition of a right triangle. So if you have one right angle, it's a right triangle. So go ahead and write down just this yellow box so we can remember definition of a right triangle. Okay, so go ahead and draw that picture of these two triangles that share a side right here and label the PSRQ. Alright, and now we're going to prove why triangle PQR is congruent to triangle PSR. So we have our statements and our reasons. Bless you. Alright, so Scott, what's the first thing we're going to list? The givens. So angle Q and angle S are right triangles, so we actually have to just state that. And our reason is given. Okay, and the next given one is right here, PQ is congruent to PS, and that is given. Okay, always mark it on your picture. It's a lot easier to see it. So we have Q and R are right, or sorry, Q and S are right angles. And we're also going to mark PQ right here, congruent to PS. All right, so then we learned one more thing that we can write down. Kyle, what's another thing that we can put down by looking at the picture? Natalie, what do you think? Yeah, we've got PR right here. They share this side, so we can mark that. So I've got PR is congruent to PR by reflexive property. Okay, and normally we would think we were done right here, but since we're using HL, we have to state that we have right triangles. Okay, so we need to say, for step 4, that these two triangles are both right triangles. So triangle PQR and triangle PSR are right triangles. So we have to state the right angles, and then we have to state the right triangles. So step 4, what's our reasoning going to be? That we just wrote down on the first slide? Yes. Definition of right triangle. Okay, we stated that there's one right angle, so it has to be a right triangle. So now we can say the triangles are congruent. And our reason is HL. Okay, we know the hypotenuse and one leg, and we know it's a right angle. All right, so anytime you're using HL, you have to know one leg, hypotenuse, and we have to have the right angle, and we have to state that they are right triangles. Okay. Let's go one more, and then you guys can try it on the whiteboard. So go ahead and draw that picture. All right, Cole, what do you think we should write down first? Okay, good. AD is congruent to BD, and our reason is given. And then we need to mark it. So AD's right here, BD's right here, and we mark it congruent. Okay, Connor, what's the next thing that we should write down? Yep, so we've got ED is congruent to CD, and that would be given. Okay. And mark it on your picture. So ED right here and CD right here. Okay, there's one more thing that we can find by looking at the picture. Alex, do you think you know it? Very good. This angle right here is congruent to this angle right here. So when you mark that angle, you can't just say D, you have to say A, D, E is congruent to angle B, D, C. And our reason is vertical angles. And Carrie, what do you think we can do next? AE equals BC? We don't know that. But we do know, anybody know? Peyton? Yep. Now we know the triangles are congruent by side angle side. All right. We have one of our things. We only have 3 things to state on this one. And we're done.